Walk from one class to another at North Seattle College, and you may feel something imposing rising up all around you.
It's, it seems
so gray and depressing.
Something that has garnered a sort of reputation.
I do hear lots of complaints about it at least looking like a prison.
Kind of looks like a prison.
In 1969, workers began to break ground on the city's latest educational endeavor, and its chief architect, Edward Mullen, chose a rising style to hallmark his project, a design that had gained recognition in Europe called neo-brutalism.
The term brutalism actually doesn't mean brutal. It's from the French, breton brut, which means naked concrete. It is a massive, imposing form of architecture with strong horizontal lines that reflect elevations. It's definitely not everybody's favorite form of architecture.
So, why does it look this way? Popular or not, it is flexible, and that's its advantage.
There's this kind of prevailing notion that they designed it the way it was given the day and age that we were talking about. We're talking about the 70s here, late 60s, a lot of student protests. So there's this notion that they designed the school to avoid open areas where students might congregate, potentially occupy buildings, which was very much in vogue back then. But I'm not really sure that was the intent. When you look at the architect's notes for it and stuff, the reason for putting the doors on the outside, the reason for having the restrooms detached from it is to allow the maximum amount of flexibility so it can adapt to future use.
This functionality was what made neo-brutalism an enlightened design option for a growing community.
And these are nothing but great big huge glorified parking garages. None of the interior walls are structural, they're just posts in here. So every 20 or 30 years when you decide to remodel the place, you simply unplug everything, take out what you want, and you get at one end with little bobcat bulldozers and just clear out the interior and then rebuild it in whatever configuration you want.
The desire to make a statement through purposeful design is behind an appreciation that only familiarity can foster.
I like it. I love how open it is.
And then the trees out front too, when they get all like really kind of gold and crisp looking, and that's always really, really interesting.
you know, walking around different levels, seeing like the treetops, you know, right at eye level. When all the trees start to blossom, it's beautiful.
Love it? Hate it? North's concept was chosen with student mobility and structural evolution as its primary focus.
Personally, I kind of like the architecture. At very least, I'll offer that at least we have a distinctive set of architecture.
What if I told you that there were people on this campus, and maybe even administrators, that thought that this campus was quite beautiful?
I feel like they were lying.
Nature has softened some of the hard edges, hiding that initial starkness. You can thank the design for the look and feel, even if it is low on your list of favorites.
I feel like people would understand it and will like it more once they know the story behind the architecture.